So do you fancy a trip to Edinburgh?
I
Well,
do.
that is exactly where we are heading in just a few hours' time.
Yeah.
We are flying to Edinburgh, not driving, not getting the train. Dogs are going to the parents, so they'll be out of the way.
Thank God.
And
I
then
love them, but we need some time apart.
I can't wait. The break is going to be amazing. And we are spending 3 days. 3 days.
3 days, 3 nights.
3 days, 3 nights in the city of Edinburgh, staying at the Premier Inn Royal Mile.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite a hectic few days because there's so much planned.
Yeah. We've got Edinburgh Castle, we've got Royal Britannia, we've got Holyrood House, we've got
The King's, Mary King's Close tour thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And then there's loads of little places that we want to kind of see, walk around. Pretty sure it's going to be a lot of walking, but gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
I've got a Disney trip coming up later this year, so
Can't wait.
this is a bit of a warm up. We've not picked up the camera for quite some time.
Probably just over
3
3
years?
years.
It's crazy. That's
So
going
we've
quick.
been away for a while.
Been away for a while, and we're a bit rusty. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a whole new learning curve. Remembering to open, close, capture the right
God, yeah, I
bits.
forgot about opening and closing.
Yeah, and then even like just talking in public on camera.
Yeah, because I do feel awkward sometimes.
It
still,
is a
innit?
bit awkward sometimes. You've got to find your mojo again. But it's going to be jam-packed, and I'm sure we'll get used to it once we like riding an old bike. But there's no time like the present. We need to get going. Cases are packed. They're loaded in the car. Let's get on our plane to Edinburgh. And that is where we'll see you next. So we've just made our way to Prince's Street Garden. So I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Because we're coming to the Ross Fountain,
Which is famous for
being in Eurovision movie. Fire Saga.
Fire Saga. The story of Fire Saga.
Yeah, where he has a go at the Americans. Basically.
It is quite funny. If anyone's ever watched it, put a comment below and just tell us if you've watched it and what you thought of it.
What was his name? In Fire Saga?
Lars.
No, his actual actor name.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. That was the one. He was being all sad.
Who's been on that?
He was. They had an argument, didn't he, with Sigrid.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. It is pretty. Especially when the sun's hitting on it.
Yeah, the gold. The green and gold is pretty.
Yeah. You can have a bite to eat. And then Edinburgh Castle.
Well, it looks over, doesn't it?
I'm glad we ain't got to walk like up there. We can kind of. Technically, we have got to walk up there, but not
Directly.
up there.
Yeah, I think I'd drive.
Yeah, but it's very pretty. There's a park.
Nice gardens. Not so like big gardens. Greenery.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of.
Going down to what's it called?
Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. Where the Serpent Lake thing is.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. But what's odd is since we've been here, we've not been here long to be fair, We're struggling to find someone Scottish.
Yeah, I've not heard anyone. Well, vaguely, but not a lot of Scottish.
Yeah. I mean, lots of tourists, which is a good thing.
I mean, we are tourists ourselves, so.
This is true, we're not Scottish. But I want to hear the accent. Not... Well, we've heard American, we've heard French, heard German. Just not Scottish. So,
Yeah.
we're keeping a lookout. Right. That is Princess Street Gardens. So we're making our way to Edinburgh Castle. With a little detour in Greg's.
Yeah.
Joe was hungry.
Pit stops. Sausage roll.
Didn't want anything traditional. Just a typical British Greg's. But it's saying about 15 minutes. And then this is where we'll be. All the way up there.
So fast.
I haven't told Joe yet, but there is quite a big flight of steps that we have to go up.
Yay! Oh, it's fine. It's all exercise, isn't it?
Well, we've
All
already done
preparation for
Florida.
Florida in November.
Yeah. All the way up there we need to go.
We've done 35,000 steps already today.
Yeah, and I only feel like we've been out for like an hour.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but we'll see. But we got tickets for Edinburgh Castle at 11:30. So it's now 11. So we got half an hour. So we should get there just in time. And then hopefully we'll be there for the 1 o'clock gun salute thing that they do every day. Which would be cool. Someone's getting a parking ticket. Make sure you pay for parking. One step at a time. Yeah, this isn't too bad actually. But that's where we're heading. Keep going. This is where it's going to be busy. Plenty of tourists, I think, and tour groups, and
Yeah.
a little bit of a view. Edinburgh Castle.
Hey,
We're in.
love a castle.
Love a castle.
Any type of castle. I love it.
Like a Hogwarts castle, you mean?
Hogwarts, Disney, you name it.
Nemo bi umpin lasset. No idea what that means.
There's the moon.
Is the moat. Now we've got to find our way around here. There's a lot of people coming in. That's crazy. And we've got to walk all the way down through that.
Yay. We've walked through what's.
We have walked through.
Think of Main Street.
Oh yeah, when fireworks are on. So yeah, we're going to make our way somewhere. I don't actually know where I'm going. Should maybe pick up a map.
Man.
Or we're just going to wing it. And, you know, this isn't going to be giving you any factual information because we're winging it. Our guardhouse. Built as the main guardhouse with detention cells added in 1866, replaced by the present gatehouse in 1887, and then used as quartermaster's stores. Now it's a shop. Well, looking there, they go. More hills. Feels like I don't know, like a little town in a town. Does that make sense? I don't feel like I'm in a castle.
Yes, I know.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, there's Princess Street Gardens. And there's Scots Monument. And the Balmoral. Technically our hotel is right down there, so Half Moon Battery, a mighty artillery fortification built after the long siege of 1571 to 73 to protect the royal palace from bombardment. David's Tower, the residence of Robert Bruce's son, King David II, lies buried beneath this platform. Apparently there's someone buried beneath this. There's someone buried beneath this. I did just read it. Someone's son. I reckon you'll see Arthur's Seat better from here.
Is that it right at the top of that?
That's Arthur's Seat, yeah.
You want to go right the way up there?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
I am.
Okay.
We don't have to, but it's meant to be like a thing to do when you're in Edinburgh. Edinburgh Castle, Prisons of War. Is this like a museum with some artifacts? Oh. The vaults here in Edinburgh Castle were used as prisons of war for over 50 years. The wooden doors on display in this passage came from those prisons. The great graffiti carved on them provide vital clues to the prisoners' identities and feelings. Just in hammocks. Can you imagine how comfortable that would be?
Imagine the smell in here.
Yeah, the smell would be bad. It's very odd.
It's like a courtyard, isn't it? Almost.
Loving the gold. Right.
All the gold makes it.
Pick a door. Any door. The Great Hall door. Let's see what the Great Hall has in store. It smells old. Doesn't it? It smells old.
Again.
What does it remind me of? I don't know. Hogwarts. The Great, because it's called the Great Hall.
It's called the Great Hall.
Above your head are the 500-year-old roof timbers and carved stones of James this Great Hall. Okay, so we're just waiting now for the 1 o'clock gun salute. Not sure how long it's going to be. Should be a couple of minutes. We shall see, but hopefully it will happen before the rain comes in.
Not exactly at 1.
There you go. 1 o'clock gun salute. Yeah. Everyone's really happy. You did jump.
Always jump.
Good way to end our Edinburgh Castle visit. Just making our way through the crowds. And there's a lot of them.
Always makes me jump.
Yeah, you're very jumpy.
I'm a very jumpy
person.
person,
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Crowds have got crazy. I think all because of this.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we've made it to Grassmarket. Coming down from Edinburgh Castle.
Did probably... How many flights do you reckon it was? 10 flights of stairs?
Oh, yeah, it's coming down.
Coming down. Definitely easier coming down.
Yeah, definitely easier. glad I've done Edinburgh Castle. I've ticked it off my list, but unless you are into history and I don't know.
See some crown jewels.
We did see the crown jewels, although
We
you
weren't
couldn't
allowed to
take any
film that.
film or photo,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, I'm glad I did it. I think some people might enjoy it more than what I did. It's not awful or anything like that, but personal taste. I think it's like 28 quid a ticket.
28 quid. It's £28, wasn't it?
£28. People who I know 28 quid. That's all that matters. And then on top of that, if you want like an audio guide, you got to pay another £3.50. So not cheap. And I think you need either to do a guide or have the audio,
Yeah.
because otherwise I think it's a bit.
There's a lot to look at, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, and you don't necessarily know what you're looking at sometimes.
Yeah, it's a bit, you know. So now we're on Grassmarket. I found the Last Drop pub, which
Some crazy looking Scottish dude outside, definitely.
definitely.
He looks cool though, I'm not gonna lie, he does look cool.
But the story on the Last Drop, apparently, I read this online, is that here is where they used to basically hang people.
What, in this bit here?
In this bit here, somewhere here, and they'd go to the last drop to basically have a drink before they were hung. Victoria Street, place where I think everybody goes when you come to Edinburgh.
Where?
Here, because people say it's where J.K. Rowling got her inspiration for Diagon Alley, although apparently she's debunked it. There's a Christmas shop. I want to walk in the Christmas shop.
Dog shop.
Oh, something for the pugs. So it's literally Grassmarket and then Victoria Street.
Oh, is that where the dog is?
Greyfriars Bobby. That's the.
Is that what he looked like?
That's what he was, yeah. So for apparently, I think it was 14 years, he stood by his owner's grave.
Bless him.
And there's a little pub.
Dogs are so cool.
They're loyal. Loyal. Greyfriars Kirkyard.
This one's that.
This is where he's buried. Greyfriars Bobby. He was 16. Oh look. He brought him a stick. Or sticks. Oh. Like walking through the cemetery. Not being morbid. Apparently there are some famous Harry Potter names that you can find on different tombstones. Where? Ramsay? No. Very little cemetery though. Eh? Exactly, yeah. You can see where the crowds are coming from, of where they might be. Here we go. Harry Potter reference in the memory of Thomas Riddle, Esquire. So yeah. So we found Tom Riddle. or the reference to him. It does feel weird, ultimately, walking around a graveyard.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
A little bit morbid.
But I guess that's what you got to do when you come to Edinburgh.
You're a fan of Harry Potter?
You want to see the references, which we've done. Although I didn't find black.
No.
We're gonna go in Riddle, but not black. But we did find Bobby the dog. That's a bonus. So we've gone from Greyfriars on the city sightseeing bus to Melville Monument to avoid the rain, basically, because the sky's just opened and I think now it's coming here. But this is Melville Monument. Quite a tall
Monumente.
monument.
Monumente.
Monumente. Yeah. And somewhere around here I can actually see him. There's a little Paddington. So it's only right to get a picture with Pads. There's Pads. Eating his sandwich in celebration of Paddington in Peru. Please look after this bear. Thank you. Oh. Hard Rock Cafe. Should we go in? In we go. So we've made it into Hard Rock. Rest our feet, have a sit down and have something to eat. We've done a lot already, I think.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a day already. A lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
14.
What have you done?
14,500.
So you've done 14 and you've done 1,000 more steps than me.
Apparently so, yeah.
You obviously walk. Like, you take more steps when you walk.
Yeah, it takes more steps.
It's because he's a mincer.
Excuse me?
But yeah, we've seen quite a few bits.
Quite a bit.
It's quite easy to get around now. That's what I think we found. Plenty of buses.
Yeah, I've not got the whole, like, again, it is hilly, but people are saying it's really hilly.
I haven't taken into those parts yet.
Oh, okay. So not really, don't feel like I've been like up and down hills. There's been a few, like a couple, but nothing like major.
No, I think I was more around the Royal Mile. I think there's a few more hills. Obviously, Carlton Hill, whatever it's called. Arthur Seat if you want to do it.
Yeah.
But that's where
Feel it.
you feel it.
Go
Yeah.
in. Feel the burn.
We didn't do Vennel View. That's steps up, and we were walking down. We walked down from
From the top of
the castle down to Grassmarket.
Yeah.
So that was, if you were doing the other way around,
You feel it.
yeah, you just need to plan it so that you're walking down rather than up. Not easy to do. Joe with his bud. And me with my simpleton Coke. So food has arrived. So I went with a messy chicken burger.
After Leah messy. And I went for fajitas.
You went for fajitas, classic fajitas.
They're nice.
You need smell-o-vision actually.
You do.
Right, time to eat.
Are you going to pronounce it properly? Do you know how to say that?
Cockburn.
Well done.
Yeah.
Most people say it.
Cockburn, like it's spelled.
Yeah.
But it's actually Cockburn. Yes.
So, learn to pronounce it. Cockburn.
So this was, I think, there was a shop that she went into. It's right on the Wanda. Wanda?
Oh no, that's further up.
Is it further up?
That's right.
Are you sure? Yeah. It's crazy. The malt shovel. This reminds me, minus being a hill like this much, this reminds me of Corn Street.
Yeah.
Bristol.
Very similar.
There's a lot of comparisons. Burger Cafe. But this is where, see what I mean, where it's a little bit like Victoria Street.
Similar, yeah.
I think it's like less of a bend, but it's still pretty. So this is the spot
This is it, yeah.
where Wanda.
Stare and they look through the window and they see that New York's being attacked. In here. On the TV.
Yeah, what was it though? Was it like a kebab shop or something?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Scottish gift shop.
Can you insert the footage?
Eh?
Can you insert the footage from Avengers?
Of a
And
Wanda.
a clip?
What being right here?
Obviously it's dark in there when it happens.
It is dark when it happens. Right, opposite Boots and Pizza Hut. Oh, that wasn't too bad of a walk up here though.
There it is. It was opposite.
What?
Vision Express.
Where was the Vision Express?
No, I'm just saying if
If
there was
there
a
was.
Vision of Express opposite,
Dum dum.
that would have been quite funny.
Cute with all the puns. Oh, Tronkirk Market. Now on the Royal Mile. Oh, let's go and get her. Tronkirk Makers Market. Let's have a little nose. Like a little market. Like little market stalls. Yeah, basically inside the church. It's like little bits. Honey.
Actually, I tell you what, I do 3 extra jokes for good crowds, and you guys look like a good crowd. Do you guys want the bonus jokes? Nice loud voice, say yeah.
Yeah.
Who said no? This one. Here we go. 3 bonus jokes. Watch. This is so dumb. This is my impression rather, of Edinburgh at 1 o'clock. It's the cannon. This is my impression of Edinburgh at 2 o'clock. Look, it only goes off for once, alright? If I have to stop and explain all the jokes, it's going to take way longer than 5 minutes. Last one, here we go. This, then we do the big trick. This is my impression of President Kennedy's last trip to Dallas. Normally people laugh by that point. This is a good crowd. All right, here we go. 3 big noises with the whip, then we start the show. What? That wasn't even me. I don't know what the hell that was. Sound check. Sound check. Just checking the sound. It's important to make sure that works for the rest of your kind of songs. I'm going to start a show. Really stupid, dangerous show. Kids, come and watch the funny white boy die. I just like to be warned. I start a show. My name is Freak. I am a professional street performer. Thanks. Kids, that's called pity. I'm going to start up. I'd like to start with a little bit of nice, gentle positivity. Hello.
Hello.
Shit. Right, okay. We're going to try that again. This time, let's pretend we're not in like North Korea, all right? We're in Edinburgh. We're allowed to make noise. We are allowed to have fun. Hello! Hello! That's better. Showtime. Let's start the show. Quick 5-minute date show. My name's Freak. I am a professional street performer. Yay! Much better. Well done. It's like the love I didn't get from my dad. Right, sorry.
St Giles Cathedral. You can go in there. Do you want to go in?
Yeah.
You can't see the roof inside. That vision thought on. But you can see basically where. Oh, someone getting married. Photographs. Well, this is weird because I remember watching it on. Is this where she came? Yeah, she came in. They did a whole like ceremony. It's pretty. Stained glass, and it's quite cool. No, I think there has been though, just by the coloration, but there's not. Yeah, because this is where basically people queued. Your coffin was laid in state, and then yeah, people queued like they did in London. And then she came from here and then did the whole trip. Well, Bryce basically. She went from
here to airport and then Edinburgh airport.
And then flew down to Bryce.
Yeah. And then was driven from Bryce.
Crazy.
How do you say?
Depends on where he dies from. This only happened because she died in Balmoral. Very grand.
It's weird thought she was just there.
Our little Queenie. How's your Starbucks? It's good.
It's nearly gone.
Yeah. My melon refresher. Melon refresher, basically. So we now have the what is it? King? No,
Queen Mary.
King Close something tour thing. But we can't film in there.
We can.
We can. So it'd be a case of letting you know what we thought of it after. We have seen somebody walk past dressed up who's obviously part of it.
He looked like a character.
Definitely looked like a character. So I'm intrigued. The review said it's good. Time will tell.
Deep below the cobbled streets of Edinburgh's old town lies an even older, darker place. Hidden from the skies since the 17th century, the real Mary King's Close is a truly unique glimpse into the history of one of the world's oldest and darkest cities. The real Mary King's Close is a warren of underground streets and spaces. It can be a strange concept to understand. Back in the 1600s, Mary King's Close and neighbouring closes were at the heart of Edinburgh's busiest and most vibrant streets. Open to the skies and bustling with traders selling their wares to the old town's residents. Why would this street find itself underground 400 years later? Hear the true tales of old Edinburgh, recollections of the people who lived there, who worked in its shops, who ran down its streets, and who may have died living in one of the most densely populated areas of the city at the time. As the city shifted and changed, the close was buried under new buildings above, and only in the last years has it been opened up to allow the public to enter into a world dating back to the 1600s. Expert tour guides lead you through the site, while subtle interpretation provides the incredible backstory to this lost remnant of old Edinburgh. Hear tales of life in the close, from dank and dark interiors to the devastating onslaught of the plague that claimed so many people inhabiting these old streets. Hear the story of Mary King herself, and discover why the close is named after her today. The real Mary King's Close is regularly voted one of Edinburgh's top visitor attractions. So come and see for yourself, as history is brought to life.
A few moments later.
So Joe's idea to walk up these steps. Yeah, I guess. It's a long walk just to get a photo op. The lights aren't on yet though. You want the lights on really. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. I reckon that's what people are waiting for. Oh, here we go. Made it to the top. Joe got his photo. And now we're walking back down, which is the easiest part.
Yeah, it's definitely easier going there. It's not that bad, but not easier.
No, but it's easier coming down. But I think I'm ready for a drink. All this walking, it's made me thirsty. All these steps. But seeing that we're in Grassmarket. Grassmarket?
Yeah.
Grassmarket.
Yeah, the bottom there, aren't we really?
Yes, and the last drop is at the top.
Yep.
Maybe go for a beverage
Yeah.
in there. Oh. And we're back in the room.
Yeah.
Where did we go?
Everywhere.
Did the steps, you got your photo that you wanted to do.
Yep.
We then we went to the last drop.
We did. We got a pint in the last drop.
Yeah, and a drink in there.
I had a pint of Tenants.
We then did Victoria Street.
Yeah.
That was completely dead. It was quite nice.
Yeah,
Whereas
actually, you could see all the shops.
all the shops, whereas earlier it was just
It's two
crowds.
people.
And then we did Cockburn Street again, didn't we?
Yeah.
And you had a look at the Wanda thing
Yeah, I
again
put Avengers Infinity War on my phone just to,
to see exactly the spot.
where they sit.
And then
Then we went and got KFC.
Then we got KFC.
We did get a KFC.
But I have made a pact with myself that
no more burgers.
No more burgers for me, because I had a burger at the airport.
You had a Burger King at the airport.
Burger King at the airport. I had a burger at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And now I've had a KFC. I'm burgered out.
Yeah. 3 burgers in like 24 hours.
Yeah. I feel like a burger.
You look burger from the...
It looked like a burger. Yeah. And then we've done about, what was it, 25,000 steps.
I think I'm on... I'm on 26 and a half.
26.
Have a look at this. Sorry, no. 27.
27.
I don't know if you can see it, but there we go.
27 and 6,000 steps.
Short 3,000, not 30.
I don't think... I mean, we didn't even leave here till like just after 9.
Yeah, about 9:15, I think we left there.
So it has been a long day. And we've got the fun British weather to deal with tomorrow. Wet and very windy.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still going to try and get and do as much as we can. We've got tickets to Royal Yacht Britannia, which hopefully is a bit indoor. So we can do that. And then we've got the Palace of Holyrood House to do indoors. Not sure if we'll be able to film anything in there though.
There's quite a lot of places that you aren't able to take photos or film inside of, isn't it?
The tour, the Real Mary King's Close tour, you couldn't, which I don't know if we've said we did that. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was, what's Joe?
I'm just getting that picture. Yeah, obviously.
We had our picture. That was quite cool.
It's like kind of like all the like little side streets that you would kind of walk down. They're called closes, but yeah, we had a photo.
We did have a photo.
Is it in there?
I can insert the digital photo.
Have a look, but there we go.
I look a mess.
We do look like a mess.
Yeah, that was quite cool because it was very... I don't know, you don't realise that about the history of all the streets and the houses that were underneath basically the Royal Mile, where the Royal Exchange is now.
Yeah.
So it was quite, and it was all very much like how the plague and all that stuff. So that was quite cool. And it was interactive.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? It was quite good.
Who was on?
His name was Lewis, but I can't remember what character he said.
No.
He was basically playing a character who was a poet who at the age of 24 died falling off some stairs up to one of his houses, which were like floors above or whatever. I won't bore you with the detail. But that was quite cool.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. I liked it.
And so, yeah. And then there's a couple other things we want to see, which we got obviously tomorrow and then Friday before we fly back home. Dean's Village. Want to do, and then we've got, is it Charlton or Carlton Hill, and then Arthur's Chair, Arthur's Seat, whatever it's called,
Arthur's Seat,
which is a trek. But hopefully the weather's got to be drier on Friday, so we plan to do that before we fly home.
And I'm also going to stop in the Lego shop because obviously
it hasn't changed.
No.
Not that there's any Lego you need. There might be some Edinburgh specific Lego.
Lego I want, so
I could get another F1 car if they've got it.
You could, yeah. Ryan's very into F1 at the moment, aren't you?
Well, the new season started, so
yeah, you love your F1.
I'm F1'd up at the moment. I'm all Lando Norris for the win. But yeah, but that's it. I'm knackered now.
Yeah, I need to get
my feet are aching.
And if you've been to Disney, then you know that feeling of ankles.
Ankles pulsing, feet swelling,
Yeah,
that buzzing feeling as well.
it's all good prep.
Yeah, the bottom of your back aching, feeling knackered.
But yeah, so I'm not going to end the vlog because I'm just going to carry this on in tomorrow. So by then I've had a good night's sleep,
And we're well rested and
ready to go and get soaked in the rain.
Yeah.
Yay! So see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.